Hey guys, it was good. Triple J Boxing. So we just watched very good fight. Rolly Romero versus Isaac Cruz, Pitbull Cruz. And I gotta say, it went the way it went the way I thought it was going to go. Though, like I said, I haven't seen that much of Rolly Romero. I know that I seen the fight where didn't he kind of stopped the guy. He stopped the guy, but it was like such an early stoppage. It was just garbage. Like, does that even count, kind of thing? And I didn't even know who it was really. And then the Tank fight, obviously, you can't really fault him on the Tank fight. Tank does that to most people. So, but other than that, Rolly has never really fought anyone that I knew. And Pitbull Cruz, on the other hand, has fought many fighters that I knew, and he destroyed them or beat them up pretty bad. And he's one of the few fighters that Tank never really hurt. Um, so yeah, guys. To be honest, I was actually impressed with Rolly. I'm not even kidding, because I didn't expect much from him, but the way he was landing his straight right hands, he was landing some good hooks, some good, like, they were they were more counter shots, kind of too. Okay, the problem was he was landing good, but Isaac just didn't respect his power at all and just ate them like nothing, which was it was kind of crazy, because you could tell that Rolly was landing powerful shots on Isaac Cruz and it did nothing. They weren't light shots, um, and that's the problem. Isaac's just too durable. But when I watched this, like I said, I was impressed by the way Rolly was, his durability as well, because I thought he was done in round one, and he came back and he made it all the way to like round 8, right? Did not expect that. Like I said, he showed heart though. He wasn't just running around the ring. He was like, maybe at the end he started more, like he wasn't throwing as much, but for the majority of the fight, even though he was moving and he was holding, he was still firing back in the danger zone. So it's not like he was running completely scared. He was leaving himself, he was leaving, he showed heart and he was throwing back. And he just couldn't get the respect of Isaac, to be honest. Um, but yeah, guys, it's not one of those fights where the guy is in survival mode and he's not really throwing anything, because Rolly was sitting down on he was sitting down on his shots in spots. He was trying. He just, like I said, Isaac is just a beast. He's so durable. Not even Tank could hurt him. So we have a new champion. I'm actually surprised that Rolly was champ. I did not know he was the champ, to be honest. That's wild. The fact that Ryan Garcia is not a champion, yet Rolly was a champion, because I know a lot of people use that against Ryan, but like Ryan is like fighting these top guys, and to be honest, Ryan Garcia deserves to be a champion more than some of these fighters do, right? It's who you beat I value more than just because you have a title. Because I was shocked that Rolly had a title, to be honest. I didn't know that last fight was a title fight. That was crazy. But anyway, um, we have a new champion at 140, Isaac Cruz. How does he stack up in the division? To be honest, he stacks up. It's all right. I think it's just I see flaws in his game though. Now let me elaborate more on it, because the fact that Rolly Romero was having a lot of success with shots on the outside. Like when Rolly figured out the distance, he was measuring him up, and he was landing very good hooks and straight right hands on Isaac. And because Isaac don't care, he just walks in. He doesn't care if he eats shots. So I feel like he has a better chance at beating like a Ryan Garcia or a Gervonta Davis, or even a Tiafimo. I think he might have a chance too. But I feel like if you match him up against someone like a Devin Haney or a Shakur Stevenson, I don't know if he can win it unless he hurts them. I feel like they're just going to stay on the outside all night long. And they're just going to do what Rolly did, stay on the outside and land 1-2 shots, like maybe a straight right hand. They're not going to sit in the pocket with him like Rolly did sometimes. He was sitting in the pocket. They won't do that at all. So I feel like Isaac, stylistically, I feel like Devin Haney and Shakur Stevens. I know Shakur's not in the 140-pound division, but maybe he will be soon. But I feel like guys like that, I can see giving Cruz a lot of problems more. And because I feel like guys like Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, even Teofimo, to a certain extent, they like to be more offensive, and that gives Pitbull Cruz opportunities. So I feel like if he fights them, he's definitely better, I feel like, than when he fought Gervonta the first time. So I love to see that rematch, but Tank's not at 140 yet. Or what was his last? Is his next fight at 140? I forget. But yeah, he hasn't fully went to 140. So we'll see, though, if we get that rematch. So in my opinion, yeah, he's a good, solid guy. And I'm not saying he can't beat a Devin Haney or Shakur. I just feel like stylistically, I see them giving problems to him. Or even like a Lomachenko, I feel like could really give Pitbull problems. Because he don't have a jab, and he needs to get inside to land his powerful hooks. So if you don't let him do that, I feel like you can just outbox him. But guys like Tank, Tank and Teofimo and Ryan, they can box, but they like to fight, and I feel like that's going to give Pitbull opportunities, right? Whereas Devin Haney and Shakur, they don't care if they bore the crowd all night. They will make it boring, and they will fight on the outside the whole night just to get the decision. But these other guys I mentioned, like Tank, Ryan, even Teofimo, even though, like I said, they can box good, they're going to want to have offense because that's just who they are. But those are great fights. Like, I'm not saying those guys, I'm just saying stylistically, those guys are more beatable for Cruz than, and I don't even know if Cruz can beat them, to be honest, a Tank rematch or Ryan Garcia. Because Ryan Garcia's got a good chin, guys. Everyone shits on him. He got a good chin. Teofimo got a good chin. So I don't know if he can hurt them enough to do that, right? So yeah, guys, that's my assessment. Pitbull, he's a beast. But I feel like if you box him from the outside, I definitely see him losing decision if you can do that. Because Rolly was having good success on the outside. He just couldn't maintain it. He don't have the power. He doesn't have the skills of these other guys to do it. But I give Rolly respect. He tried to win. He couldn't do it. He couldn't get the respect of Cruz. Cruz, though, good, solid champ. You do not want to fight him on the inside, this guy. I'll put it that way. Because he's so durable. So the only way I feel like you're going to knock out a Cruz is if you catch him with something he doesn't see and he walks into something, right? So like Tank counter shot, maybe you could knock him out. A Ryan left hook that he doesn't see, that kind of thing. But I feel like if he sees the punches coming, if you're fighting him in the phone booth, you're not going to knock him out. He's got to walk into it, which he does walk into stuff. So, yeah, guys, this spices things up in the division. 140 is such a strong division. 135, obviously, you got Shakur and stuff, and Lomachenko still. And yeah, it's those 135, 140. If they could all fight each other like Ryan is doing, like even Devin's doing. Ryan and Devin are like the only ones really fighting those guys. They're willing to do that. I don't know why they shit on Ryan for that, but it is what it is. Devin, you got to respect that he did go to Australia twice, and even though I didn't think he'd beat Lomachenko, he's still challenging these guys, and some of these guys don't even want to take that chance, right? So anyway, guys, the Fundora Zoo fight is starting, and I'll see you after that fight. So this is Triple Digit Boxing. Good performance by Pitbull Cruz, and good effort by Rolly, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Triple J Boxing.